my god! I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Back. Hey, what is up guys? It is Liz and I am back at it again with another video. And oh my god guys, sobrang tagal ko nang hindi nag-upload. I was honestly busy with school because for the past year, I was graduating. It was my last year in Pol-Sci, and at the same time, I was applying for my dream law schools. So I'll make another video for that, like which ones I passed. I actually had a result now for one of them, but it's going to be a surprise. But today, I need water.
A few moments later.
Okay, game! So today's video is all about my college, political science, question and answer, Q&A. Because I got a lot of messages from all of you. I was actually having second thoughts about continuing my YouTube channel, but I got a lot of positive feedback. The people who messaged me and who said that my videos were really helpful. Kasi syempre, what will keep me going naman is of course your support and also knowing that I am helping a lot of people. Bakit ako may fur? So before I start off this Q&A, if you're not like a political science student and you're not planning to go into political science, you can go ahead and skip right to the part where I talk about the college Q&A tips. So without further ado, shit, na-miss ko sabihin to. Let's get started. Okay, so for the first part, ang dami kasing nag-ask regarding political science questions follow-up in the comment section, in my Instagram DMs. As in, hinanap nyo pa talaga ako sa Instagram, guys, ha? Effort nyo naman. Okay, so for the first question, what to expect in political science classes? Basically, I actually answered this na here. But the gist of it is you have to expect to read a lot and to write a lot. Because as political science majors, you're expected to become research writers. And those are the skills that you will be needing to become effective political science students. Next is, what is your advice for graduating senior high school that want to take a political science in college? First of all is you have to prime yourself and start reading a lot. It will be the most helpful, if not one of the most helpful skills that you'll need in the course. And of course, in line with that, you have to develop good essay writing and research skills because all my political science classes have this as a requirement. And most of them, for the final requirement, which is like 20% of your grade, they'll ask for an essay paper or a full-blown research paper. Next is, of course, as political science students, guys, you have to make it a habit to read the news. You have to be updated on yung mga pinagagawa ng DD, yung mga kalokohan ni mo. Oops. Parang pagalitan tayo doon. Because all of those things are relevant when it comes to... Wow, naglag. When it comes to political science classes, because usually we have discussions about the ongoing events, so local politics, read a lot on global politics as well, because your classes are not just theories, it's not just books, it's actually applied concepts to real-time events when it comes to politics. I actually had this political science professor before when I was a freshman. Since sobrang nagulat ako, kasi every week we will have a quiz on the news. Basically yung news lang. It helped me develop this habit of reading the news because it's not just helpful for your course, it's also helpful it's not just helpful for your course, for you as a person, kasi of course you have to know what's happening around you, you have to have opinions on it, you have to be critical. Kasi syempre naman kailangan nating maging critical when it comes to airing out our concerns, diba, as good citizens. Wow. Next question. Book recommendations for Pol-Sci. Guys, as a fourth year, kahit fourth year na ako, ito yung book pa din yung binabalik-balikan ko. And if you're a Pol-Sci student, you probably know this. Kasi ilang beses na natin tong Basta, the best ko tong iniyakan. Sorry, di ko ba siya iniyakan, but I love this book also. This is my best friend. This book will be your best friend. Politics by Andrew Haywood. So, kahit third year na ako, second year na ako, and this book was given to us during my first class as a freshman, but it was still very useful to me because all the concepts there were very easy to digest. Like, it's a dummy handbook for those who want to read up on political science and those who are, if you're planning to transfer to political science and you want to read up, go ahead and read Andrew Haywood. Kasi matulog kayo with it, masimasin niyo siya kasi you have to impart everything Andrew Haywood is saying in your brain. Next is, sobrang hirap pa ng foresight. Well, for me, okay, I'll flash my course curriculum here. That's it. Onti lang yung units namin compared to other majors. But for me, it actually depends on you. I mean, if you're passionate about politics, if you love what you're studying, it won't feel like it's hard for you. Although the requirements might be hard, but if you enjoy and you love learning, it'll come off easy for you. Oh, and also for us, like for UP Diliman, it's not that hard because we don't have thesis. We don't have thesis. Like, we just have a thesis proposal. But the catch is, almost every year, we have a lot of research papers. And I think that compensates for it, basically. Next is, may math ba sa political science? Oh my God, ang daming nagtatanong nito. Actually, when I went into political science, when I was choosing my pre-law, I was like, economics or political science. But I was like, I hate math. Grabe, I hate math. Sobrang hate ko yung math. I can't even. But I chose political science because I wanted to learn how to read a lot, and then at the same time, I hate math talaga eh. But lo and behold, guys, na-shock ako by how much math subjects we needed. And I think I did math 2, math 1. I also did math 11, math 14. So we had algebra, we had trigonometry, we had pre-calculus. And then next is, I had this question a lot of times in the comments from my old video. Why is political science not the best pre-law? It's not the best pre-law according to my professors, because actually there's really no best pre-law. They say that English is a good pre-law because law is just all about manipulating the language, being able to read fast, digest things fast, write really good, write really fast in a comprehensive manner, and the Constitution is written in English. The laws are written in English. So it's easier for you to digest everything if you have a background as an English major. Well, that's what they say. But for me, political science was helpful naman in terms of applying to the law schools I wanted to get into. I'll make a next video on that, but basically for me, Ateneo UP, the entrance tests had a lot of political science concepts, political science passages to it. So it was just easy for me to answer. Some of the passages nga hindi ko na binabasa. I would just rely on my stock knowledge when it came to political science concepts. Next is best school for incoming political science students. Of course naman, guys. Tinatanong ba yan? Sorry! Syempre for me, based on CHED standards, it's UP Diliman. Because UP Diliman is the only CHED accredited center of excellence for political science. So, for me, syempre first choice for in UP. So, that's basically it for part 2. Now, part 1. Now, let's go to part Part 2, college question and answer. So for the first question, how do you balance your time? How hectic is it? And what is my average time for leisure? Honestly, for me, I'm very picky when it comes to my class schedules. I make sure that I choose a class schedule that I am able to commit to. It's like I don't choose classes later than 4 p.m. Kasi by 4 p.m. I want to be able to go home na, to study, and to be able to have time for myself. And also know your priorities. So, plan ahead. So for me, I use an app, actually. I use this app. It's just on my phone, so basically it's also synced with my calendar. And every time a professor would tell us a requirement, even if it's months ahead pa, I would calendar it. And also, I calendar my events, so I take that into account. So prioritize what things you need to do first, like the hardest subjects and the hardest requirements you have to do. You always have to do that first. And then make sure to take into account the other things also that you're doing. Like put that also in your calendar. Because some people just put like academics in their calendar. That might lead you to be overwhelmed when it comes to having all your activities and your academics together. Like, pag nagsabay-sabay na lahat, mahihirapan ka talaga. So, mas maganda if you have your app where you can put everything that you need and so that you can plan ahead. Next is tips for incoming freshmen. Ang dami-dami kong tips here, but these are the most basic and these are the ones that I think will really help you a lot. First of all, don't be overwhelmed. Okay, it might be tempting to join orgs Kasi when you're a freshie, there's a lot of orgs, a lot of fraternities, sororities, a lot of activities that you'll be invited to go to. Maraming manliligaw sa'yo, basically. But you have to remember your priorities. When you're a freshie, it's better to just stick to academics first during your first year or your first semester at least. Get a whole feel of how heavy your workload is. And then after that, doon ka mag-commit to other extracurricular activities. Kasi baka ma-overwhelm ka lang. You have to also learn how to say no. Kasi guys, in college, ang daming demonyo. Like, literally. Dedemonyohin ka ng friends mo, especially when they're done with their academics. And you have to remember that you don't have the same workload. It's not the same for everyone in college. So, kahit dedemonyohin ka ng friends mo, learn how to say no. Learn how to say no with committing to responsibilities when you know that you have a lot of things on your plate. I know at first, medyo magtatampo sila, but they'll understand it eventually. Because you don't have the same workload, and if you do that, you might compromise your academics for it. And ma-overwhelm ka lang talaga. And of course, you have to aral before walwal. Wow! Ako pa nagsabi. Well, honestly, yeah, you do. Because before you go to an event, you go to parties, before you drink out with your friends, always finish what you have to do for the next day. That was my mistake before kasi akala ko kayang-kaya ko eh. And then the next day, I would wake up at like 3 a.m. I'd be super hungover. I can't even function. And then sometimes I just stare at the prof. Super blanco. Don't do that. Like, if you know you have an early class the next day, try to have a clear mind, especially if you're a freshie. But if you're second year, third year, that's okay. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Next is, of course, take care of your mental health. Don't overwork yourself. That was my mistake when I was a freshman because I was too fixated on having good grades, on doing well in college, and committing to a lot of responsibilities because I thought I could do it. But I wasn't in a good place at that time. That was the time where I had really bad mental health issues. Like, after class, 5 p.m., I would just eat and then go straight to the coffee shop and study there until like 3 a.m. Guys, I was really, really fat. Look at, I'll show a picture. Grabe, ang lala talaga. Super lala. Like, I wasn't doing anything else rather than study. I didn't have time for my friends. I didn't have time to reconnect with my friends. And that's the thing I regretted the most. Honestly. Hindi ko masyadong na-enjoy yung first year ko. Although I did get good grades from it, but I wasn't really in a good place then. And I didn't take care of myself at that time. Next is find a way to distress yourself. Pick out a healthy outlet for you to let out all your frustrations. Because honestly, college is very, very different from high school. In high school, you might be a valedictorian, you might be a salutatorian, the best in your batch. But when you go to college, it's really, really different. I have friends in college who were valedictorians, who were salutatorians when they were in high school, but they still failed classes. And mostly that happened to them because they were pressuring themselves too much. They were being too competitive, that they weren't taking care of their mental health. They weren't enjoying it. They weren't making friends from it. So they felt a little alone. And it's not really good for you. You have to have an outlet to let out all your frustrations. Kasi, totoo talaga, you really fail. In college, that's when you'll experience failure. And it's okay. That's okay. And that's completely okay. But what you have to do, like what I always tell myself is that it's okay to fail. But as long as you bounce right back after it. So what I do, after that first year, natuto na talaga ako. I started working out more. I started calendaring my life. I started focusing on the things that I needed to do. And it felt so much better. Like, look at the difference. This was when I was the first year, and this was when I started taking care of myself. I felt so much better inside and outside. Although college is a stepping stone for you to reach your career, you always have to take care of yourself first. Next, be smart in picking your classes and your professors. This is really important. You have to take advantage of your electives. Yung electives is yung mga free classes nyo that aren't required. Actually, for me, most of my electives were, believe it or not, were theater classes. And it was so freeing for me because after a hard ACADS day, I would have this class where I could just completely let loose and just have fun. And you never ko nare-regret yun. As in, that's one of the best decisions I've taken during my whole college life. Next is also, you can check online ratings from your professors. Ito, late ko na nalaman to, like second year or third year na ata. But when I found out about it, wow! My life was so much easier. When I would choose my classes, I would go to this site. They removed it now kasi maraming nagta-trash talk sa mga professors. But alam ko, UP, Ateneo, LaSalle has those kinds of groups where they talk about the professors, they talk about the classes, which professors you should take. So if you have ates or kuyas in your courses, you should definitely ask them before enrolling a class. Because before you enlist the class, you have to always remember that it's a commitment. And to pick the classes that you're most passionate about, pick professors that have good reputation, that you know you can learn and be inspired from. Because what really got me going through college was the classes I had. I really enjoyed them. And at the same time, the professors I took were really inspiring. And then at the same time, I was learning a lot from them. And next naman is my last point. These aren't questions, but these are like personal points from me that I think you guys would benefit from. So first of all, college is the time to reinvent yourself. You have to take advantage of this. Whoever you were in high school, whatever reputation you had, bad or good, that's completely gone. It's completely obsolete because in college, everything's a restart. You don't know everyone who's with you. You don't know where they come from. You don't know who they were in high school. So you have to take advantage of this to reinvent yourself. Like make a list of the negative and the positive things about yourself and make sure to remove all those negative things about yourself and start to make yourself a more positive person. Basically, make a version 2.0 of yourself. Version 2.0 for college, o diba? Next is, in college, you will definitely learn to be independent. In college, actually, napilitan akong mag-condo because I live in Taguig and UP Diliman is in QC. So the travel time is really, really long. So I decided to go for the condo. And in college, you have to take advantage of this because during this time, you learn to be more independent. You'll have a lot of opportunities to grow and to learn. So learn how to cook. Learn how to be ano ba? Learn how to cook, learn how to be on yourself, to be on your own, to live on your own, learn how to clean the house. Basically, this is the time for you to learn how to do adulting. You have to take advantage of it. So when you come out of college, you'll basically be ready to face the world. Wow! Sucks! And then next is, of course, enjoy. College will be a lot of fun. You'll meet a lot of friends you'll get to keep for your life. You'll have amazing memories. You'll laugh and then you'll cry. You have to cherish college. It's just not all about ACADS, preparing for your job, preparing for your future. College is basically about finding yourself, improving yourself, learning to become a better person, learning to become a better and more amazing person. Basically, learning to become the you that you envision for yourself ever since you were young. Okay guys, so that's basically it for my college question and answer portion. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below and wait for my next YouTube video upload. But that's basically it, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, just comment down on the section box below. And so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!